Good morning. So I hope you enjoyed last week's video with Mychele. I'm back on it full time now after we finished the video editing project. We should start really making progress. My hopeful plan for by the end of this week is to have our kitchen fully ready to go. Put the worktop in, the cupboard doors on, the cooker in, the fridge in, all that. So have the kitchen section ready to go. And then we'll just start moving back through the van. So I think we're still on track for our 3-week deadline. Maybe. Well, we'll see how it goes. We've just had a great start to the week because the stainless steel we need for putting round the cooker has literally just arrived. So I'm going to crack on with getting that installed now and we can really start getting the kitchen in. So this is where our cookers are going to go. First off, I need to start by putting a piece of plywood on the back. And then I'm going to surround it with the stainless steel sheets that we got here. Run the copper pipe in, get the cooker in, job done. So I didn't quite get everything I wanted to get done today, but as you can see, I have managed to get all the steel cut. It's not fitted permanently yet. I just need to get hold of some high temperature silicone adhesive just to stick it on. And as soon as that's on, then I can start making progress. So last night I managed to get the steel stuck on, so that's had overnight and a little bit this morning to go off. So I'm going to try and get the kitchen back out now so I can fit all the copper piping around for the gas. Hopefully by mid-afternoon the gas fittings I need should turn up, like the isolation valve and the couplers should all turn up, so I can get those fitted as well. So we can get that section in. Here's the steel I've been talking about. We've just stuck it down with some high temperature adhesive, and that should provide extra protection against the heat coming from our cooker. So the next job now is to fit the gas line through the back, feed it along behind the cooker, and it comes down through our kitchen, down through the rest of the van. We're not going to do it in one run, so about here-ish, we're going to have a isolation valve, and then hopefully between the isolation valve and the gas locker, it'll be one continuous run to avoid as many breaks as possible. While I'm just still waiting for my compression fittings to turn up, which should still hopefully be today, I'm going to make a start on cutting the new hole in the top of the water tank, because remember I bought the wrong water tank with the hole on the wrong side, so I put one in the top and then that's going to sit under our kitchen unit. So I'm going to cut the hole, get it fitted on its little platform, and hopefully by then my compression fittings have turned up. Kind of wrapping up for the day now. Managed to get a few small things done today though. Got the hole cut in the top of the grey water tank. Steel is fitted and sealed nicely. Hopefully that'll be gone off tomorrow. The copper pipe for the gas is run part way. Just waiting for the clips to arrive. Maybe they'll arrive tomorrow, maybe the day after. Giving the van a good thorough clean through. Yeah, we're making progress. So we're hoping to be on the road within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So hopefully we can stay true to that. We'll see you guys in the morning. Back at it early this morning. So the compression joints didn't turn up yesterday, and I'm now not sure when they're going to turn up. So moving my focus from the cooker to looking at the wastewater tank and piping that's going to go under the sink, and then maybe look at seeing what I can do about mounting the sink, popping the fridge in, everything I can apart from the cooker. And hopefully by the time I've done all that, then the compression joints will turn up and then I can crack on with that. First job of the day is to seal the hole in the wastewater tank that we don't need anymore, because I've put a new one that we're going to use in the top here. So get that sealed in, and then we'll look at putting the feed pipe from the sink in. So this is what I've come up with for our grey water tank. So it's raised off the floor a little bit and slightly angled towards the front of the tank, so that when we open the tap all the water flows out nicely. Hopefully it works. I've got a couple more straps to put on to make sure it really doesn't move, and then I think that project's pretty much done. The next thing I'm moving on to is to finish this bench seat here. So I think it's going to have 2 separate lids rather than like this one has one big lid. We're going to go for 2 separate ones for this one. 2 reasons. One, I don't think I have enough plywood to do a full lid. I've got enough like offcuts to make it maybe do 2. And with 2 it helps sort of divide the space a little bit better. And then I've got the front to put on as well. It won't have a side here because that side is attached to the kitchen. So when the kitchen's in, then it will have a side.
This week has been really good. The last 2 days have been glorious sunshine. I may have burnt a little bit and got a really awkward tan, but that's okay because it's sunny and I'm feeling motivated, I'm feeling good. I did yoga and I went for a run this morning. So I'm going to tackle the paint today. I am ready. I am going to paint the windowsill. I am going to resand and re-roll the paint cupboards that needs redoing. I'm going to sand and fill and paint the bulkhead cupboard door. Whew, and I'm going to finish painting this guy behind me. So let's go. I have now filled all the holes, all the screw holes in the windowsills. So there are screws underneath all of these little bits. I don't know how well you can see. Like that little guy there, all the way up. I'm going to give it a quick vacuum and I'm gonna paint it. It is incredibly windy today, and I feel like I complain every time the weather is anything. And I'm not complaining today because it is gorgeous sun and it is wonderful. But I'm learning that it is super difficult to paint when it is really windy outside. Like even just trying to pour paint into like my tray, the paint got everywhere. Like the sheets that I'm using as like an underneath just like keep flopping over the paint. So the blue's quite intense, so I've stopped painting the blue for a minute and I'm gonna focus on stuff inside the van because the wind is just too much and it's making a mess. And because it's so bright out and because it's so hot and because the sun is shining and there isn't really any shade in the yard, which usually I would love, my paint is drying out and then it's getting clumpy. So taking a break from painting the blue outside, coming inside to paint some white on the windowsills and the overhead curtains. So this is as stressful the first time as it was, or the second time as it was the first time.
So we're going to call it a day here for today. We managed to do quite a bit, to be honest. I've managed to get some finishing bits in at the back here, so it sort of finishes off the 2 sofa areas quite nicely. Also got a bit of the other bench seat done. Need to go and pick up a piece of wood to do the top. We've also figured out what we're going to do, how we're going to make our slide out table, so more on that hopefully tomorrow. All the parts I need should get here. What else? Michele's done a bunch of painting today, and I've mounted our wastewater tank down here. So hopefully all that silicone stuff should be set and gone off tomorrow. And the rest of my gas part should arrive tomorrow, I'm praying. Then we can get that done, hopefully, fingers crossed, again by the end of tomorrow, is that the kitchen can finally get screwed down, secured down, never have to come out again. So hopefully that all happens tomorrow, so I guess we'll find out. So all the errands are done for this morning, now we can crack on with some work. Got a sheet of plywood, got the battening I need, first job, put the new lid on here, fit aside to the kitchen. Hopefully then my compression part should be here today, fingers crossed. Then we can get the cooker in and then put the kitchen in so it never has to move. Hopefully we can make a big bit of progress in getting the kitchen done today. Probably won't be finished, but hopefully be very close to being finished, and then we can crack on with the rest of the van. Making some great progress today. So far, got the new lid on here. That's all done, the hinges on. Next job is get the door for where our toilet's gonna go here. To get that in and put the hinges on. It'll have to come off again to probably get painted, but get that on now so that's there, ready to go. And then I'm gonna start working on here. Some of my compression parts have just turned up, but I wanna get that door done first, seeing as I'm on that track, and then move on to putting some of the gas pipes together and the clips and stuff like that. And hopefully, maybe possibly kitchen can get fixed in permanently today, which should be great. So I've just spent like half an hour, 40 minutes trying to figure out how I want to build this pull-out table we're going to have here. So I think I've got a plan. It involves cutting this post off at the back, because I don't really want any legs. I want it to hang from under the bed, just so there's not as much legs coming down, disrupting the garage space. So cut these posts off, do a piece coming all the way across, then this way, and the same that side. That way it's all hung. I'm not convinced that I have enough leg room underneath the table, but there's only one way to find out really, so I'm just gonna do it, get it as high as I can and see what it comes out like. If it comes out great, then perfect, otherwise I have to think of a plan B. So see if we can get that one done today as well. We're on a really good roll today, so let's keep it going. Now, one more day closer to finishing this van finally. Quick wrap up of what we got done today. Slide out tables in, door for the toilets in, lift up hatch, flap, whatever you want to call that, for that bench is in, and spin around. The copper pipes behind the cooker are all clipped off, so the kitchen is now gone in. I think it's in for the final time, it doesn't need to come out again, but I'm not confident enough to screw it down yet. So maybe tomorrow, I don't know. My plan for tomorrow is, I think, start cutting the worktops and fitting them in. Getting straight back into it again, starting with putting the worktop on. So hopefully by the end of the vlog today, worktop's in. Maybe not the sink, but at least the worktop will be in. And then definitely next week, kitchen finished. Just dug the worktop out from spinning the dining room for God knows how long, maybe like a month. So just dug that out now, and we're gonna start preparing it. So there she is. I've already cut a template for the first bit in the kitchen I want to do. I've just cut out some plastic to make sure it's gonna fit, it's gonna work. So now we can transfer that template to the actual worktop.
Alright guys, I haven't seen it yet, but Shaun has cut the countertop like you saw, and he cut a little bit off the back so that it would fit better with the cladding and everything. And now we're gonna go see how it looks. I'm so excited, come on. So, let's see. Okay. So that's about the overhang that it would have, which don't forget that we'll have like the fronts obviously, so that'll come out a little bit more. So it won't be that much of an overhang. In the back, it goes just above the windowsill to stop that crack that was behind it. But we wouldn't really have put anything on the windowsill anyways, I don't think, because obviously we're moving around. And then this still has to be painted white, but then that's the idea there. It's quite a bit of an overhang, but there's another 12 mil here for the cupboard doors and such, so it won't look as drastic, I don't think. So we actually got our countertop online from this place called Worktop Express, and it was all online. It's a UK company. It was super cheap. It was actually recommended to us by the climbing van. They actually helped us a lot with our layout as well. They sent us like a little layout configuration, and we also just, even before they did that, we had taken some ideas off of their van and things that they had done in the past. And they had used the same stain as us on the ceiling, and this is the same countertop they used. And so we kind of copied them a little bit there, but we just liked how it looked. And so we were like, we know that those two things go well together. Kind of a modge podge of all of our favorite vlogs kind of in this van, which is cool. Was that nerve-wracking?
Well, there's no going back now.
Do you want to tell the viewers what you did to your thumb?
Making lunch. I put a plate in the grill and then got hold of the plate. Bad idea.
Did you show them what you did with your hand yesterday?
No. It's injury week this week. That might be the title of the vlog, is injury week. So we got this steel for going around the cooker, and I was trimming it, cutting it, fitted it nicely. And then I knelt down next to it and ran my hand down the side of it, so I've got a big slice down here now. Pretty deep. You know, yuck. The van needs finishing, so we've got to keep going.
You're such a trooper. Talk to me.
So I've just finished cutting our worktop out, and we've got this piece is extra which we don't need. So rather than like throw it away, I'm trying to find a use for it. So we've got options of having like an outside table that comes up and folds down, or we have one that folds up here and it creates more like work surface for in the van. But we've already got like a board with pegs on it and stuff to go here, so I'm trying to find somewhere this can go rather than waste it and throw it away.
If you have suggestions, write them in the comment below. That's the size.
Oh, I know what we should do.
What should we do with this piece, people? Oh, what?
If somebody who's good at pyrography, you could do the Roots and Wales logo on it.
And put it where?
Oh
my god, I love that idea. Do we have any viewers that does that? What is it?
Pyrography.
Is that like when it engraves in?
Yeah, with like they burn it in the wood.
You know, one of the spoons people, the Welsh spoons people did that. We could send it to them.
Send them a hunk of wood.
With our logo.
Or we're going to Wales. Maybe they do like on the day job.
Maybe. I still think we should keep that piece. This is what it looks like pre-cut.
Worktop complete. Next.
Check. I think that's gonna look good.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I think it goes well with the white.
What do you think with the cladding?
I think it blends nicely.
Yeah?
Yeah. Cooking. Washing. So it's about 6:30 here on Friday. We're just about wrapping up for this week. But we managed to get a ton of stuff done. So, look at the new kitchen. Kitchen is in. So we've got our nice undermounted sink all in. It's a bit rough on the edges, but we'll tidy that up next week. But it's looking great. We've got our cooker in as well. It's not hooked up, it's just literally sitting there again. Hopefully have that one hooked in next week. And cupboard doors to go on, and then we're pretty much home and dry on the kitchen. Also this week we managed to get, like I said before, we got the slide out table in, we got the top on that second bench, and we started putting some of the fascia on the bottom of the bed, and yeah, a lot of painting has happened as always. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.